Buenos tardes, amigos, both new and old. Once again, it's your Mason with Fuego with another exciting edition of the Jaime and Fuego Rock Show. I want to extend a grande gracias to everybody who's tuning in, taking the next 10, 12 minutes of your time to see what show I want you to be attending this evening, which one that I think is worthwhile and, just not to be missed. So one thing which is really cool as somebody, working within the local scene for a while now is to reconnect with certain bands that, you've written about in the past or, just covered in some capacity. And for me, I was just going through some of the stuff that I wrote back in 2011, shortly before Playtime magazine, who I wrote for 2.5 years, was about to go under. And I was just basically making sure that I was keeping tabs on all of the different groups that I wrote about in those last couple months when the magazine was unfortunately about to go under. And one of them was a husband and wife, like kind of folk rock, singer-songwriter-y, a little bit of blues, a little bit of jazz influence, and they're a duo, and they're called The Waters. And essentially, I stumbled across this group totally randomly. I was sitting at Seamus McCaffrey's in downtown Phoenix, cool little Irish pub down there after a Phoenix Suns game, having a pint or two, savoring in the awesomeness of the victory. And all of a sudden, I hear just this enthralling music beginning to emanate from inside the pub. And so I go inside and I start to listen to the Waters play. And I was immediately taken aback by Crystal Baker, the vocalist, her voice. It was, it was sultry, it was soulful, but yet it also had kind of a tenderness to it. And you could tell that she had been honing her craft for a great long time. But I was also, floored and taken aback by just the rip and playing. I mean, we're talking bluesy, just very, just attention grabbing, let's put it that way, of her counterpart, her other half, I should say. And his name is Sturgis Waters, so there you go. That's where their name comes from. And I was so impressed with the stuff that I heard, which was predominantly covers that night. And I think I was initially taken by Alan Parsons' project cover of The Eye in the Sky, which was just done so hauntingly and so wonderfully. But they also did a track from Crazy Heart, which stars Jeff Lebowski Bridges, and it was a track from that movie called Falling and Flying, which when I heard Crystal performing it just floored me even more so than it did in the actual film. It was intense, it was impassioned, it was very, very well done. So, but originals are obviously, the most important part here, and they actually released an album of originals back in 2010. It's called 4321, and I'm going to play a selection from that here in a moment. The song that I'm about to treat your ears to is called Days Like These, and it basically shows just all the different angles that Crystal is coming from, especially vocally. And there's some quirkiness, there's some just really impassioned portions as well, and kind of a haunting aspect to it too. So very impressive, and I was just very touched as I was reconnecting with just liking different bands on Facebook and whatnot when I came across their Reverb Nation page after liking them on Facebook, and saw that a quote from the article that I had written for that particular issue of Playtime was up as their featured press. So I have to extend sincerest thanks to Sturgis and to Crystal for just keeping those words alive, and just making it known that the genuineness with which I was complimenting them rang true and was important. So really made me smile, doing a little bit of reconnection and refamiliarizing myself with their music a bit. And they're actually playing a show this evening, so perhaps this song will get you all geared up to go. This is once again called Days Like These, The Waters.
No disguise. It's days like these that I'm begging myself, forget you. Days like these and I'm begging my soul, let go. I beg and I plead if I thought you believe what I do. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know. No, no. Coming out of darkness, misery and lies. Coming into lightness, the truth is no surprise. It's days like these that I'm begging myself, forget you. It's days like these that I'm begging my soul, let go. I beg and I plead if I thought you believe what I do. I don't wanna know, no. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know. No, no. Days like these and I'm begging myself, forget you. Days like these and I'm begging my soul, let go. I beg and I plead if I thought you believe what I do. I don't wanna know, oh no. I don't wanna know, no, no.
So there you have it, The Waters with Days Like These. Impressive track, right? And there's lots of songs from them that I was more inclined to play in some capacities. It's like, man, do I settle upon a really just beautifully somber piano ballad like the opening track on the album, or do I go with something a little more upbeat or whatever? But this song for me was a nice medium, because not only do you get to see just the wide range of Crystal's vocals, as I mentioned right before putting the track on, but you also get to hear Sturgis rip a little bit, especially there at the end. And I just wanted both of those sides of this band's musical personality on display. So I hope that that was a just like music to your ears, like the old saying goes. So yeah, they're going to be playing this evening at the Last Exit Live, and this is actually a show that they've been excited about for a little while, because they do have like regular gigs that they do weekly. They have residencies, at least for the next few weeks, on Mondays and Wednesdays at the Hyatt Gainey Ranch, which is in Scottsdale. And they also have one on Thursdays at Mabel's on Main Street, so that's also in Scottsdale. And then on Tuesday evenings is when they're actually at, ironically enough, another Irish pub. Remember how I said that's where I stumbled across them? And they've actually been doing time at the Dubliner Irish pub in like the North Phoenix, Paradise Valley area on 40th Street and Thunderbird for a long time. Crystal was hosting an open mic there for a number of years. I'm not 100% if she still is or not, but they're still, at least for the next few weeks, going to be there every Tuesday at the Dubliner. So those are all awesome options that you also have at your disposal. But the show tonight is one which is just extra special because it's at a place where they don't play as often, the Last Exit Live downtown. They're going to be there backing up a group called Brian Chartrand and the Vos Project. And tickets are just $8, and it's a fantastic contribution to not just Last Exit Live, which is a constant supporter of our local scene here, but just also for just Valley music in general. I mean, both of these groups are local, and they need all the support that we can get. And so yeah, $8 may you'd be like, I can see free music at other places, or so on and so forth. This donation is just incredibly worthwhile. And the music that you'll be hearing from the Waters, I think it kind of spoke for itself, didn't it? It's got a little bit of a 90s kind of I guess female empowerment vibe of sorts to it, which is good. I mean, we thank trailblazers like Sarah McLachlan for putting together a tour like Lilith Fair, which showed that ladies could rock just as hard, when like someone like Melissa Etheridge or Tracy Chapman would be going on stage, or it could be just as, proficient on, like an acoustic guitar in a singer-songwriter type setting, that, they could stand toe-to-toe with the likes of, the best in that genre from the 70s, the Cat Stevens, the James Taylors, and so on and so forth, And so yeah, that's kind of the vibe that you'll obviously get from the Waters, but they have a flavor and kind of a distinctiveness all their own, and that comes from the wonderful sight of two people who are obviously love, and love and music coming together is a pretty beautiful thing. It was something that I touched upon in that aforementioned article that I wrote for Playtime about this wonderful group so many years ago, and the fact that they're still out, they're still doing their thing. Crystal and Sturgis have been playing music together for over a decade now. They've been in various groups together over the years, but this most recent outing is basically just the two of them, and it's obviously a musical connection of monumental proportions, and it's a real pleasure to see it on display. So I urge all of you to head to the Last Exit Live tonight. Show starts at 8 p.m. Check out the Waters. Jump on iTunes. That's where you can purchase that album that I mentioned earlier, 4321. Under $10. Fantastic contribution there as well. Top to bottom, the CD is, CD, I shouldn't even say, digital tracks, right? The album from top to bottom is just fantastic. So I want to say thank you so very much, everybody. Merci, arigato, danke, gracias. Everyone tuning in today and every day. This is we're officially in the double digits now, y'all. This is the 10th episode of this new podcast radio type project that I've been messing with. So still going strong, everyone. And I obviously couldn't do it without not just people supporting me, friends and family, and amigos all throughout the local scene here, but there would not be a show period if not for the wonderful local musicians like the Waters, that we have here in our fine metropolitan Phoenix area. So check them out. Check me out on Facebook, on Twitter. Where else? Examiner.com. That's where you'll find all of my articles that I've done through Examiner as the Phoenix Concerts Examiner guy. So if you just Google Jaime and Fuego, you'll find all that social network media craziness that I mentioned at first, and the Examiner stuff, the articles. You'll also find the YouTube channel where you can subscribe to this program so that you never miss a single segment, as I want everybody tuning in as much as possible, if you got the time, and I hope you do. So thanks for making it for me today once more, and I hope everybody has a wondrous rest of their Wednesday. And to all a good night.